Should've believed her. Should've believed her.
She took a dab of that till she had cataracts. Grabbed the rack. She had a MAGA hat. I tapped the back to Adam's ass. I put a MAGA rack. My dick couldn't even fit the cap in the Cadillac. Take a dab of wax with a battle axe. Not savage.
Come on, come on. Happy Friday.
Man, I'm just raising the stakes. I'm tired of just waiting, losing my patience. I'm in the whip, white tires, mini me.
Good morning, good morning.
When I tie, why fight fires? You a tight liar. You don't believe me. This ain't no easy. I'm pushing no cheesy. I make it look easy. Believe me. My name is amazing. I just move freely. You cannot see me.
Let's go, yes.
Call me a Castro. Yeah, I'm an asshole. Start like an astro. Hit me when I pass go. Sitting like the blood and let it escape. Married again, I caught a bouquet. The more that it goes and the harder to say. They're just part of my plans, part of my ways, y'all. Still niggas came from Mars, y'all
Came from Venus. Ayy.
way too high-headed, I gotta flee. I came from heaven and made it through hell. Now I got either.
Should've believed her. Should've believed her.
Why don't you give me a break? You gotta wait if you want capsules. Not enough time in the day. Move out my way. See when I pass through. Nothing to say. You bitch in my place.
Happy Friday. Oh, I need my hands. Oh my God. Yes.
Give me a break. I learn from mistakes. I'm earning my place. Yeah, man, I'm just raising the stakes. I'm tired of just waiting, losing my patience. I'm a live wire, burn trees, black fire, jump out of planes, skydive, in all black, night rider. You don't believe me? This ain't no easy. I'm
Thumbs up the video. Back to back.
switching positions, acrobat at the casino, back your right, night work. I be stabbing that, shoot up a club, rap the tap. She bought a sack of yak, getting this money.
Yes. Like the video, like the video.
Married again, I caught a bouquet. The more that it goes and the harder to say. They're just part of my friends, part of my ways. Still niggas came from Mars, y'all
Came from Venus.
I'm feeling way too high-headed, I gotta flee. I came from heaven and made it through hell. Now I got either.
Should've believed her. Should've believed her. Yes. 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 What's going on? What's going on, Knotty Crew? What's going on? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? Shout out to my homeboy Mini Mansions. For that song. That's my original intro. It's fire. Yes, it is. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire. Oh, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Yes. Yeah, I do know. Hey, Mika, how you doing? Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. Happy Friday, Knotty Crew. Welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Knotty, bring you the latest and trending topics. And, of course, I vlog my life, okay? So, make sure you follow me on all of the free apps. I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram, Threads, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, TikTok, Snaps, okay? Like, follow your girl, because my life is lit, okay? And the summer's about to hit, and we're going to be doing a lot of things, and I love to bring my Knotty Crew along with me. Number one thing that's coming up, we are going to Thailand. Yes, in April, we are going to Thailand. I checked around. I checked travel agents, and they say I should be good to go. Happy Friday. I'm so happy it's Friday. I'm tired today. I went skating last night, had an effing blast, okay? I needed the exercise. You know, when you do content creating the way I do and other content creators do, you need an outlet, and I need a place to like exert some of this negative energy that I ingest on a regular basis. So skating is exactly what I needed. My legs are feeling good today. Yes. Yes. How y'all doing though? How's the weather where you're at? Let me know where you're joining me from. Drop your city, drop your state. Let me know what flavor za you smoked today. Okay? Wake and bake, baby. Wake and bake. Y'all thumbs up the video. Sun shining here finally because we had a rainy day yesterday. But shout out to the Knotty crew. Shout out to the Knotty crew. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all down. Love y'all down to the ground, okay? If it wasn't for y'all, it would not be no me. And so I always give y'all praises and homage. So a round of applause to y'all. Make sure y'all liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing, sharing my live out. Those are the free ways to support the channel. Replay game. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all down. Make sure y'all hype the video if you can. All right. Get your girl in the algorithm. Help us to grow. We a family over here, okay? Some of the things that are coming up this Sunday, I will be doing a combination show with other content creators, Juice Radio and talk shows. Shout out to her. Yes. Chronicles of the Great Hair Diva. Shout out to her. Kim Delivers, one of my mods. Love her down. Everybody gets a round of applause today. Yep. And last but not least, of course, but not least, Couture Bay. Okay? Shout out to Couture Bay, baby. Yes. Make sure y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. Yes, we will be live Sunday afternoon, Eastern Standard Time at 2 p.m. And we're going to dig into this Dwight Howard situation. And shout out to all my ladies. Happy Women History Month. Yes, right? Nice panel. Yes, that will be Sunday at 2. So I hope you all can come over and join and support the channel. We're going to be going live from our individual channels. So come check us out. Like, it's going to be many different perspectives. I've been covering the story on my channel, okay? Some new information has come out. We're going to cover it today, but it's really for us to, you know, make an assessment of the situation and what is going on. I told y'all something ain't clean in the water, and I think I figured out what it was. Amy was trying to set herself up. She's trying to set herself up to get the bag. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Y'all thumbs up the video. Yes. She had to have a paper trail, so that when she decided to walk away, it'll be a clean break, okay? All right. And if you know anybody that is going through domestic situations, make sure you try to guide them to get help. Of course, you can only do what you can do. They have to want to help themselves ultimately. Yes, they have to want to help themselves ultimately, but just try to be a positive support. So today's show, who I got on the thumbnail? Chill. So much going on. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. All right. So first thing I want to get into. That ain't it. Oh, there you go. A 911 call has dropped for Dwight Howard now. So we're going to get into it, all right? Last night we covered Amber Luciani's 911 call. She revealed a lot. She revealed that she has been put out like last week's trash 3 times, okay? It seems like a toxic, abusive situation to me. Absolutely. But one of the discrepancies that everybody noticed when the 911 operator asked if there were any DRUGSs or alcohol involved, she said no. Now, you could say that maybe she didn't want to get in trouble. Because it's kind of like you get caught in the car with your peoples and you ain't know they had DRUGSs or GUNs. A lot of the times in those cases, they charge everybody because don't nobody want to own it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It could have been a situation like that. Also, I want to get into rest in peace, Naziah Harris. We covered the story. Go check out my Black Girl Law series. God is reckoning is coming down on that family because they did not protect this young lady. This could have definitely been prevented. For those of you who don't know, Naziah Harris, she's a little girl in the middle. She disappeared. And so much came out. She was being SA'd by her aunt Shannon's baby father, Jarvis Butts. If you ask me, he was screwing all of them. Shannon, her sister, the mama, or whatever. And they all were aware of his history. It was public knowledge. And they still let this man come around and basically prey on the children in their family. Disgusting. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. She went missing. She was pregnant. She was only 13. And she never came back home. This little girl was failed on so many levels. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Now, there are family members that try to, step in once they became aware of the situation. And their accusations and things like that just went unwarranted. Shout out to Janelle and Kiwana. They did all that they could. Well, Jarvis Butts has been sentenced, as he should. We're going to get into that. Okay? And it was a hot mess in that courtroom. Hot mess. Okay? And the grandmother, the one who had custody, had the nerve to get on the stand and make it all about herself. The nerve of you, slut. That's why they was throwing burgers at your ass. You a burger bitch. Y'all don't remember when we covered the story? I'm sorry. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Please go check out my Black Girl Law series.
Okay, there must be one around here somewhere. We have finally reached a day and age.
This is just sad. Y'all remember? You a burger bitch. That bitch had the nerve, after she lied on the stand, talk about she ain't know Jarvis wasn't in her house like that. Her and her daughter lied through their teeth on that stand. Now, here's the thing. Before Jarvis took the plea, they offer Annette and Shannon immunity. What you need immunity for? Just like Kelsey in the Tory Lanez case. When she got immunity. What you need immunity for? I still think Kelsey did it. And that's why they gave her immunity. Story for another day. Story for another day. Yeah, so Annette got up there on that stand and performed. That's exactly what it was. A performance. And Marquita testified, and then Jarvis Butts' sister came out and spoke. It was a sad shame. Because them people did not care about Naziah at all. Naziah was just simply a check. And unfortunately, a lot of children who end up in foster care, whether it be with family members or other families, they end up being taken advantage of because all they are is a source of income. But it's a real tragedy what happened to this little girl. It's a real tragedy. Yeah, so I'm just like really heartbroken behind it, and like, where's her body? Why don't we? Where is her body? Where is her body? So we gonna get into that, y'all. 50 Cent is still trolling on Pompoose. Yup. And we'll see what's going on with rest of Coleslaw Crash Out shows. Okay, we'll see what's up there, because I'm sure, because girls like addicted to the internet or whatever. Shout out to Voodoo Doll. Happy birthday, girl. Yeah, I love Voodoo Doll. She know I love her down to the ground, and love the new pixie cut. Love the new pixie cut. Happy birthday, Voo! Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, girl. And I wish you many, 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 many more. I wish you many, 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 many more. Okay. So, up first, y'all like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. Shout out to my homegirl, Jamelia. She is fighting breast cancer. She's looking good. She's looking good. She has a GoFundMe going. It seems to be the season of GoFundMe, child. Okay, you got Tasha K scamming her winos with her GoFundMe. I'm gonna touch on that a little bit or whatever. Can y'all believe Jagline Wrong had the nerve to set up a goddamn GoFundMe talking about, oh, people on the internet harassed her, bullied her. The biggest bully. Girl, go suck your mother, Jaglier. Yo. And if y'all donate to your shit, y'all just as diabolical as that psychopath, okay? At the end of the day. But I know it's a sucker born every day. Child. See, they'll go over and support that mess, but won't support smaller content creators like me. Like, what's up with that? Hey, Wyatt, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. Yeah, Jaglier Wrong. That bitch done went and opened a GoFundMe. Talking about she need help with legal fees. Girl, if you don't go to church and repent your sins, stop playing with us. As many people as you defamed on Beyonce's internet and lied on. The nerve. Like, she got some nerve opening up I heard that shit. I was like, this bitch done lost her rabbit ass mind, okay? And anybody who freaking donates to that mess, like, you're helping her mental illness progress. Just hope you know that. Because she need to be in a straitjacket. She need to be in her straitjacket. And everything that's happening to her, she deserves it. You make your bed, you gotta lay in it. Y'all thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. So much to get into, y'all. Okay, so let's get into Dwight Howard first. Now, his 911 call dropped. Okay, we covered Amy's 911 call last night. You know what? Let me play hers first so that we can kind of do a comparison. This is just a hot mess. And then I'm going to go over to Lakeisha because she got the actual court documents. And it seems to be some DV up in there. She found the tea. I love Lakeisha. All right, so let's get into Amy's 911 call first. Y'all thumbs up the video.
Well, what's going on is my husband, this will be the third time. Whenever he gets upset, he locks me out of our estate. We live in a 35,000 square foot big home. It's Dwight Howard from the Lakers. Anytime he gets upset with me, I come home, the gate's locked. He just did it again. We had an argument. He lost custody of his daughter last night with CPS. He took it out on me, and he went all ballistic. I come home. I try to go back in the gate. He changed the gate code again. I said, Dwight, the police came out here before and they told you. It is illegal to do this to Miss Howard. This is your wife. I've been here for 15 months. We've been married for 12. You can't do this. They warned him. Stop doing it. He did it again. So I'm locked out. I had to walk all the way through the woods, break in the side gate. I'm quite shocked the neighbors haven't called the police on me yet. It's raining. I'm embarrassed. I'm outside the gate. He locked me out again. I was not going to call, but I'm sick of it. I cannot keep being made to sleep in my car when my husband gets mad because he's a multi-millionaire and he's an NBA star. It's wrong. I want somebody to come out here. I don't know my rights as a wife,
okay,
but for me to be standing outside, it's ridiculous.
Ma'am, I have a few questions for you. What's your first and last name?
It's Amber Howard.
Okay, and I'm just going to ask you some questions. Is there any alcohol or drugs involved today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any weapons?
I mean, what does that mean? Like, do we own them in the house?
Does he have a weapon on him today?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Do you guys have weapons in the house, though?
Oh, for sure, over 1,000. We have a gun room, a very nice gun room, but that's way far away from the house, on the property.
Okay, and where are you right now?
I'm standing outside in the rain.
And can you go ahead and give me a description of yourself so officers know who to look for? Are you black, white, Hispanic, or Asian, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
I'm black. Yes, ma'am. I'm black. I have on blue jeans with a gray hoodie and a gray hat.
Gray hoodie, blue jeans, and black hat. Perfect. Okay, and where is he right now?
I have no clue. Our house literally is huge. I don't know where he's at, but I don't know. I'm sure he's looking at me standing at the gate looking stupid. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Do you have your car with you?
No. Got Uber down.
Okay. All right. Just stay right there for me, and we'll have officers there as soon as possible. Okay. Call us if anything changes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Amy Luciani's 911 call. If you notice, she's very materialistic in that call, talking about her house, talking about their GUN room and how nice it is and things like that. This is what happens when you're a Jersey chaser, okay? I.e. Evelyn Lozada, who's been through all 3 ball associations in America when it comes to men and chasing money and not wanting to really work and wanting to be taken care of by a man, okay? This is what happens when you don't take your time to get to know people, when you ignore the signs, okay? It comes back on you 10 times fold. Hey, Be More Shorty. Hey, Karen. Welcome, okay? So that, you know, over here at Knotty Love Movement, I like to be fair. We're going to get both sides of the story. We're going to get both sides of the story. Yeah, if y'all going to troll, y'all can at least hit the like button on some real. So let's get into Dwight's, because Dwight's 911 call has dropped. Okay. Here you go.
I have theft. Someone stole my jewelry, my wedding ring, my phones, and they left the house.
They stole it from this address, or they're at this address?
They stole it, yes. They stole it from this address, yes, and they left. They was in a black, gray Camaro. It's a female in a gray Camaro.
Okay, when did this happen?
This happened about 11:45, around that time.
Today?
today.
Okay, but you're not at home, is that correct, sir?
No, ma'am, I had to leave the house to check on my child.
That's okay. So I'm going to have an officer give you a call to help you file that report. Since
yes, ma'am.
You said it's a female subject that took the items?
Hey, Cece.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's your first and last name?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sir, what is your first and last name?
I can, sorry, my name is Dwight, D-W-I-G-H-T, last name Howard, H-O-W-A-R-D.
Okay, Mr. Howard, the officer is likely going to call you from a private or restricted number, so just be on the lookout for that. They'll call you here shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, James.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Hey, James. Hey, Be More Shorty. Hey, Cece. Shout out to my mods. They are in the building. So the trolls, my naughty crew got my back, okay? Don't come over here trolling, acting stupid. Stick to the subject at hand. I just ask that you like, share. You can even dislike. I don't care. Help me get into the algorithm. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You talk about my trip, James? Yeah. I heard the food is good, too, okay? So let me know what y'all think about those 911 calls. In my opinion, it sounds like it's a little inebriation there. Yes. What y'all think? Do y'all think that Dwight sounds sober? Do y'all think Dwight sounds sober? Y'all thumbs up the video, please. This relationship is a whole hot mess. Shout out to Lakeisha, though, for pulling the court documents so that we can make sense of all of this mess or whatever. Let me get into it. Where's my girl? Here we go. So, according to the documents, it looks like Amy just secured the bag. And it sounds like it was some DV there. I mean, you could tell. Look how toxic. If he would throw her out the house 3 times, I only can imagine what else would happen. Hey, Cece, she said he was high as a giraffe coach. I love my naughty crew. That's what it sounded like to me. And that is all alleged in our opinion. Everything we discuss here falls under fair use. We do not condone bullying or harassment. Do not go over to these people's DMs and start harassing them, okay? Fair use, fair use, fair use. We're just here to give our opinions about the trending topic. So shout out to Lakeisha. Love her channel. I'm definitely a subscriber. Let me see.
Okay, so here is the petition that she filed. Now, this is the older one, but it's still good because this was filed just last year. If you guys recall, she
said that she filed for divorce 6 months after they got married. And then she said people convinced her to stay in the marriage. Like, you need to get rid of all of them friends, Amy, Amber, whatever you want to call yourself today. You need to... I will never encourage my friends to stay in an abusive situation. Absolutely not. Safety first. Safety first. So Lakeisha actually pulled the actual documents from the courthouse. Okay? Here we go.
Up dropping this one, but I want to talk about it because it's very important. Now, in these videos that she's doing, she's pretty much, taking up for him and saying, she wanted to keep her marriage. I love my husband. But given this petition is given that she may have been a battered woman, that he had been putting his hands on her, y'all. We're going to get into it. So this is what she filed last, I want to say, I think it was in July of last year, 2025. Okay, so this is what she filed with the Gwinnett court. it says she's requesting a temporary restraining order because she checked off simple battery. Unlawful restraint is what she's checked off on her documentation. Now, let's pay attention to number 7. She said, whenever my husband gets upset, he locks me out of our home. I have called the police a few times because my husband changes the gate code to our home. Now, keep in mind.
So she said all of that in this recent recording that she went live. She went live because she was locked out of the house, apparently, or whatever. But this all sounds all too familiar. These are some of the things that Royce Reed, his first baby's mom, alluded to. So it's just kind of solidifying everything Royce was saying and trying to warn this girl about. Like, when people are trying to warn women, when people are trying to warn you, their exes and stuff like that, pay attention. They're not telling you for no reason. They're not telling you out of spite to break your relationship down. Not everybody wants the ex back. I mean, they're an ex for a reason. Like, pay attention to the signs. This is going to be a hard lesson for Amy.
Because I'm also going to play the newest 911 call in which she's saying the same thing. Now, this was what she said in July 2025. She said he changes the gate code to my home, which is stopping me from entering. So let me kind of let y'all know they set up to the house. This is a huge mega mansion. You can't even get in the driveway without entering the gate code. It is the first thing. You cannot get in there. So by him changing the gate code, she can't get in. She said he has physically tried to remove me out of our bedroom. How is this man putting his hands on her, physically trying to remove her from the bedroom? She said by pushing me on the back, trying to forcibly push me out of our bedroom in the middle of an argument.
That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Please like the video, like the video, like the video. I would have been out. You got one time to put your hands on me, and it's over. But that's easier said than done for a lot of people. As you all know, when people are in these type of situations, a lot of times it takes them a very, very long time to leave. But if you drag me out of my bed, putting me out of my house, and things like that, I'm going to get into it, James. That plea deal was fugazi. You hear me? Fugazi, because where's her body? Yes, let's get these likes up, okay? Shout out to LaKeisha. Keisha, love you, girl. All right, fair use, fair use, fair use. She pulled the actual documents. Let me see. I think she's about to pull the first video, but I'm going to fast forward past that.
My husband has laid on top of me, stopping me from getting up. She said, causing all of his body weight. He has given me something. It's hard for me to read this. Let me see if I can make this bigger because I can't. Let me see if I can read this. Really? Okay, she says, it's kind of hard to read. She says, he tried to remove me out of our bedroom by pushing me in the back, trying to forcibly push me out of our bedroom in the middle of an argument. My husband has laid on top of me, stopping me from getting up, using all of his body weight. So he's using his body to lay on her to stop her from getting up. He has given me something he claimed was a holistic tea, and it really was a drug called Molly. I got extremely sick and begged him to call EMT, and he refused. What? Yeah, this is crazy. She says there is an established pattern of behavior by the respondent involving acts of family violence. It's checked right here. The respondent has a pattern of continued substance abuse, which has caused family violence in the past. The video I just showed you, what did she say? She said he does what? Coke. So this is just consistent to what she had said in the past.
I would have been like, rock-a-bye, baby. Mm-hmm.
So she asked for a protective restraining order. Is pretty much what she asked for.
Good morning, Mr. Boston. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
She's checked that he has a history of substance abuse. Respondent assaults her, who is the petitioner, when he gets drunk or high. Excessive jealousy and excessive control of her. He has threatened her because he believes that the petitioner may be cheating. She checked, respondent has expressed fantasies about unaliving somebody or unaliving himself. She's checked, respondent is obsessive about her, or the respondent exercises ownership rights over her, or the respondent has told her words to the effect, if I can't have you, no one can.
Oh my God, that is a classic DV line from DVers. He's controlling. He's a controlling mess, and he's still trying to control the narrative. That's why he up and retired. He ain't retired because he wanted to. He retired because he had to. Because he had another lawsuit drop. We discussed that last night. Okay? And I think the walls are caving in. And I think Amy Luciani got Dwight Howard by the nutsack. Uh-huh. Y'all going to see in a second. Mm-hmm. He didn't retire because he wanted to. He retired because he knew all of this was going to come down the pipe.
Check. The respondent has a mental health impairment such as depression or schizophrenia or he's paranoid. She said that there is a gun that is present in the home and readily accessible to him. That ain't all. I got more. That is not all, guys. So just give me a moment. Now,
let me tell you something. Once she said they have like a whole house full of arsenal weapons, I'm like, Amy, you in danger, girl. You better get up out of there. And y'all going to see why. Let me tell you something. One of the most dangerous time for a DV victim, i.e. survivor, is when they are leaving. We know this, right? That's the most dangerous time. I love Mr. Boston.
With that said, they don't have a prenup, okay? There's no prenup.
There you have it. Motive. Might be an episode of Snapped, y'all, if she don't get out of there.
But I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to tie it all together, momentarily. So keep in mind, that was documents that she filed in the month of, let me get it right, I think it was July. So she requested a temporary restraining order.
Most homeowners have life insurance that can pay off the mortgage when they die. But what about when you're alive?
Shout out to Lakeisha. Love her down to the ground. She does some great commentary, but she gets like all the docs, and I'm not paid enough yet on YouTube to do all of that.
Here is the other document here, which states that, she wanted to get a restraining order. Now, just so y'all know, you can't get a restraining order unless there is, proof. But the fact that she went there and filed a restraining order for family violence. So it's very, crazy that she obviously knew that this man was capable of putting his hands on, he was putting his hands on her. She stated in her petition that he was forcibly removing her from his, or should I say, their bedroom. But what did she do? She went in the same month and she requested that this be dismissed.
There it is. Because you know what he did? He love bombed her and convinced her to come back because he knew what was at stake. He knew what was at stake. And when you go back, it gets worse. It gets worse. And now we're at the elevated situation. It has escalated.
Stay in line here. So after requesting that this be dismissed, we know what happened because Dwight Howard essentially filed for divorce. But I'm going to want y'all to see this. This is actually the documentation where she went back and said, I want to dismiss. Now, in these cases, it seemed like they had gotten back together, which, girl, I don't know why.
And when they got back together after this incident, she got mad at Tasha K for exposing it because Tasha K got the police record, of course, right? And so then she was out here windmilling, my man, I'ma be with my husband, this and that. Child, if this not mud in your face, I don't know what is. Look, anybody going through this type of DV situation, I pray for you on some real. But these situations, they always get worse before they get better. And a lot of people don't walk away from it. They can't because they're not here anymore. Y'all feel it in. Y'all thumbs up the video.
Do something like this because essentially what she said was, it had to be happening because this came out on, I believe it was it Neighbor? I don't know. It's all over the blogs, but we're going to get into this because if you guys recall, she stated in her petition that she filed last year that this man was locking her out of the house. He was changing the gate code. And pretty much, when they got into an argument, he was forcibly removing her from his bed, or should I say their bed, because it is essentially both of their homes. So let's kind of get into this. Her statement stays and remains the same.
Well, what's going on is
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward that. Okay, now she also said that she filed for divorce. Remember that? Well, Keisha got the documents for it.
Wait a minute, let me get out of that one. All right, let me share my screen.
One time, Cece, one time.
Okay, this is the original, I shouldn't say the original. This is the first complaint that was filed for divorce, and it hasn't even been a year ago. It was in July. This is important because she was the first person to file for divorce. Of course, Dwight got in her good graces and, they got back together. This is a standard divorce petition, okay? But one of the things I want y'all to pay attention to is this right here. Actually, just give me a second.
It's the actual documents, you guys.
That's why I
like
Lakeisha. Let me share again because I want to kind of pay attention. So, I don't know, maybe about 6 months ago. So the significance of this is now they are back in the same place. What's the difference? Okay, the difference is, I'm going to show you the difference. The only difference this time is he filed for divorce. That's the only difference. Well, in his divorce petition, he simply states he wants her to get out of his house. It's his house. He had it before he married her. He wants her gone. And that's pretty much it. And I said, this guy is goofy because there is no prenuptial agreement. She has documentation as to abuse. This is what it's giving, that you put your hands on her, that you mentally and physically and emotionally abused her. That is what it's given when I read the documentation. So how did Dwight Howard's wife, how did she just secure his fortune? I'm going to tell you how she secured his fortune. Because there is no prenuptial agreement, guys. We just saw this happen with who? Simon and Portia. Well, they did have a prenuptial agreement, but Simon agreed to it, but then, felt like, hey, wait a minute. She wasn't as forthcoming as I thought she would have been. So therefore, I want them to reverse it, and the court didn't do it. In this case, there is no prenuptial agreement. So what I would say to Amy is be careful. If I was her, I would get the hell out of his house, because you may not wake up, because you can get half of everything this man owns for one.
Period. Thank you, Lakeisha. Okay? Essentially, Amy could get half of everything, half of that house, half of his portion, his pension, and everything. And this is why I think he forced his retirement. Okay, don't be surprised if he start hiding money. He going to start dragging this divorce out. It is going to last years and years and years. But Dwight, you messed up this time, brother. You should have got that prenup. You should have got that prenup. Now, I don't know what it is in the state of Georgia. I know in my state of New Jersey, anything like if you own a home prior to getting married, that is considered your own personal property. Anything after that is considered marital property. So I don't know how it works in Georgia. And that's what I think Dwight is banking on. The fact that he established that before the marriage. He doesn't. Look at Royce Reed. It's still currently in court with her baby father, and their son is 18. So what does that tell you? Royce said out her mouth that it's not just his money. He has connections. Amy Amber Luciani, you in danger, girl. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. And see, like, these girls, they be playing these games with these athletes trying to get secure the bag. Like, peace of mind is everything. Hey, Sonja. How you doing? Peace of mind is everything, right? What? Amy Amber? That's her real, Amber's her real name. Amber's her real name. But I think this is a danger. This is I'm gonna keep my eye out on this story, because it is gonna get juicy. It's gonna get good. It's going to get good. So, speaking of divorces, Kandi and Todd have reached a settlement. Yup. Not only did they reach a settlement because they had got sued for unpaid rent on one of their restaurants or whatever, they came to a settlement on that. But they also have come to a settlement when it comes to their divorce. Shout out to the neighborhood talks, okay? Because the divorce was getting messy. You could tell Todd was trying to go after custody of the kids and things like that. I think Kandi just wanted to get it over with because she don't want us all up in her business, okay? Clock that T. That's all it is. She don't want us knowing what's going on with her financially or whatever. But shout out to them for coming up with an agreement and not letting the courts decide. I mean, the courts really don't want to decide. They really want you to be mature enough to come up with your own agreement, right? You should be able to. But But there's been a lot of accusations. Like Todd, he accused Kandi of having her family move his belongings to the guest house without permission, denies voluntarily leaving the main home, but says he stayed quiet to keep and preserve peace and stability. Also, he was doing shady raps. Kandi accused him of shacking up in her home. It was getting messy, and it was getting messy fast, okay? Well, now they have come up with an agreement, okay? So this is interesting. After a few seemingly messy months of back and forth between Kandi Burrus and Todd Tucker, the former couple has reportedly settled on their divorce details. According to TMZ, the exes notified the court on March the 11th that they had worked out a final settlement by next week. They were instructed to provide paperwork highlighting the details of things like child support. Kandi first broke the news of the split back in November. Initially, Kandi just wanted joint custody of their kids, but Todd asked for a primary after citing Kandi's work in New York as the reason, which I think was a sucker move on his part, okay? In return, she requested sole custody, then followed reports that Todd was living in the guest house for free, which Todd claimed was only because she had his things moved out with his knowledge. I think it meant move without his knowledge. Shout out to them or whatever. I think Kandi gonna have to drop a bag because she's the breadwinner of the couple. Absolutely. Either she gonna have to drop a bag to settle that restaurant lawsuit or whatever. Somehow, some way, they leveraged it, but I still feel like Todd walking away with something, with the bag, okay, or whatever. And I think this Kandi just wanted to get this divorce over with. Kandi wanted a divorce tour. Yeah, that's the other thing. She all over all these podcasts talking about it. I don't know why she didn't, like, go back to Atlanta Housewives and tell her story on air. Might have been a bigger bag. I don't know. What y'all think? I think she left Housewives so she wouldn't have to talk. She knew the divorce was coming. Like, divorces don't just come out at night all the time, out of the sky blue all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know the signs are there. And I think that's why she left Housewives, because she didn't want to have to talk about her business on the show. Kandi about to go back on tour to pay Todd alimony and child support. Child. Yeah, but says she wanted to keep it quiet. Yeah, I just think that's when I think she decided to leave the show, because she's like, they ain't gonna be all up in my business or whatever. On on a positive note, hopefully they can continue to co-parent Ace and Blaze, okay, in a healthy way, so that they can have continue to have a productive childhood. At the end of the day, like Todd, you trying to say Kandi is not there or whatever for the children. I know she loves her children, and I know she'll do anything for those kids. Like, it's nothing. She in New York, she can have her kids with her. She can hire nannies. She can afford it. She could fly in Mama Joy's, and she could keep the kids. Like, it's just a matter of having the proper child care for them. Like, stop it, Todd. I felt like he was reaching. I felt like he was reaching. He don't do too much, child. All that document he was doing, trying to be super dad. Like, boy, bye. Like, as a father, why wouldn't you want their mother to be in their life? Why would you try to block that? I just thought it was a sucker move on his part. I just thought it was a sucker move. All right. So, yeah, I'm kind of glad they reached an agreement, because I was over it. If y'all noticed, I wasn't really covering everything. Like, I covered it when it first broke, but I wasn't going to cover every little detail. Like, it's sad to me. It's a family breaking up. That's sad to me. Just like Poose and Remy. That's sad to me. I'm really, like, grieving their relationship. I really am. I know I seem mad about it, but I'm really sad about it. Black love lives on. Like, Pompoose, he playing himself right now. He playing himself, he playing himself, he playing himself. Oh, child. Cardi B got a message for Tasha K. Child.
Yeah, read that shit 100 times. Cause let me tell you something. Keep it humble, but don't ever let a bitch forget. Yeah, don't ever let a bitch forget. I'm never gonna forget how you bitches was trying me when I was pregnant after I gave birth, and when I dropped my fucking album. Bitches talking wild high. Fuck out of here. Big money though, not like sold down and my tickets were $2, bitch. Nah, not that. By myself. Fuck out of here. Bitches really fucking try me. Yeah. Go ahead. Ask your labels, ask Live Nation, do your research. Y'all love doing research on the niggas that I be fucking on. So go ahead, do the research on the numbers that I be doing, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's right. Shout out to my fans. Shout out to everybody that bought a ticket. Let me tell y'all why though. Because it was a lot of TikTok content creators, fake ass content fucking creators. There was people on the comments and shit trying to put doubt on me, and y'all ain't went for that shit. Oh, she wasn't gonna perform. She's gonna cancel. She just gave birth. But y'all know y'all know I don't play when it comes to my fucking job. Y'all know I don't play about my money. Y'all know I don't play about child money. And y'all trusted me to still get up there, baby. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what my grandma say. If you good enough to fuck, you good enough to fucking work. And that's exactly what I did. I'm giving y'all my all. And I love y'all for not doubting me. Even if these motherfuckers trying to do that devil shit. That's that devil shit when they try to put doubt on you, trying to put doubt on me, trying to make me feel like I can't do shit. Baby, please, get the fuck out of here. So shout out to my fucking...
Clock it. Cardi B said, bitch, you want to fuck with me? Let me tell y'all, this whole situation with the GoFundMe with Tasha K. Y'all need to be cautious. Winos, be cautious. Because at the end of the day, the reason why first of all, Cardi has the right to pull her financial records. It's in the agreement. Tasha K knew this can happen. You want to play in her face, okay, with the Super Bowl and stuff like that, and dropping all that content from Pre, and we all know Pre used to cheat with Off Cheat. That was Off Cheat's mistress, okay? And Cardi said, you want to play in my face? I got you, bitch. And so, she had her lawyers. It's time for you to come in. Let me see what you made. Because Cardi has the power to either up those $20,000 payments she was bragging about, saying, oh, I'm comfortable. Oh, they good. This and that. It don't bother me. This and that. Real braggadocious. Right? Then she come unhinged, online. Oh my God, it's the machine. The machine got me in a chokehold. Help me to restore my freedom of speech. So for my birthday, I'ma just set up my GoFundMe. Just donate to my GoFundMe so I could be released. Let me tell y'all something. Tasha playing in y'all face. Tasha playing in your face. And this is not to say that I like or dislike Tasha. She's a great content creator. She's great at what she does. When she wants to blow up the internet, she knows how to do that. She's very, very good at it. But she lying to y'all. And shout out to Girl That's Legal. Let me pull her up. Because she got the documents, the original agreement. And so before y'all go over there donating to GoFundMes and stuff like that, just understand Tasha, she make good money. And she need to just go on and pay Cardi. Because I'm tired of this every year. Hey, Elite Leo. They said she always lying. Is this it? I just want to make sure. I think this is it. Okay, here we go. Girl that's legal. Y'all thumbs up the video. She is a practicing attorney. Shout out to her. I love her content. She is the one that is responsible for Jennifer from Basketball Wives, for her husband's Christian federal lawsuit that is going on. She helped all the victims that he scammed get that whole lawsuit going. Shout out to her. I love what she does and how she helps people. Okay. And for those you don't know, Simone Redwine, she was on, what's that show on Ready to Love. She was on that reality show. Okay, let me see.
You will not see me use a foundation.
Y'all like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. Thank you all. Hey, Hip Hop and Chill. Happy Friday, darling. Happy Friday. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's get into this commentary.
Debt that she owes to Cardi B, which is $3.5 million is approximately what is left, or correction, that is the portion outside of the portion that's going to come from either Tasha K or Tasha K's husband's company, which is called Yellen Entertainment. And she talks about that as well. She talks about, when she talks about asking for these donations, she says she's still making her contribution, which she stated is at this time is approximately $20,000 a month. I will confirm that. I have the records. So this isn't just going to be gossip here. We're going to put the records on the screen. You're going to get the receipts. If you are a content creator, I am happy for you to share this. I just ask that you tag me below. My Instagram is attorney Simone Redwine, Simone with a Y, and my YouTube channel is Girl Is That Legal, which is at Girl Is That Legal on.
So make sure y'all go over to her channel and subscribe. She be breaking it down, okay, in that whole situation with Jennifer and Christian Gold and how he was scamming people out of their money and neglecting his children, doing all of this so he can wine and dine Jennifer. Meantime, in between time, he a whole criminal. Yes, child. These people need to start choosing better. So let me see. Let me fast forward this.
As a result, the jury found and awarded punitive damages because they found that Tasha K intentionally defamed Cardi B. This wasn't an accident of some sort.
This is a YouTuber. Her name is Girl Is That Legal. She is a practicing attorney. And yeah, she pointed out some facts before y'all go running over there, donating and paying Tasha K bill that she accumulated. That y'all need to pay attention to what's going on, because she is campaigning like Cardi is dragging her back and forth to court. Okay? Cardi got her in a chokehold. Help her restore her freedom of speech. It's the machine. I like her. And I know why she doing this, because Tasha threw shade at her. You gotta be careful who you shade. Yes.
She did it intentionally and maliciously. Well, under the law, you cannot have a debt dismissed in bankruptcy where it was found that you did the underlying action intentionally or fraudulently.
That's point number one. If y'all don't remember, Tasha K, she had to file bankruptcy before she came up with the payment arrangement. All right? So that's where we are. Yeah, she in Asia right now. Mm-hmm.
So here, Armand talks about further in his video, and Armand had known Tasha K over a number of years. He talked about how the fact, and this substantiated, I've said this for years, I said for Tasha K, this underlying lawsuit was a marketing plan. She went from 200,000 followers up to 1 million. Many had not even heard of Tasha K until Cardi B sued her. And so in her mind, this was a good investment in free publicity and PR because her numbers just kept increasing. However, she did not realize that under the law, she could not simply file bankruptcy to make it go away. The whole time she was in that lawsuit and then losing that lawsuit, and mind you, she acknowledges she hired lawyers right out of law school who really didn't know what they were doing. The reason she likely hired those is not being broke or anything like that. But what happens generally is Tasha K likely got consultations from other lawyers who told her, Tasha, just take the video down. Or Tasha, yeah, this is defamation. You can't do that. But what happens is when you have certain kinds of clients, they want to hear what they want to hear. So they will lawyer shop until they hear what they want to hear. I don't have proof of that, but it is my educated hypothesis after, 15 plus years practicing law, that more than likely that is how she ended up with the terrible lawyers that she had in her defamation case, and then went on to create the marketing strategy of go through with the whole lawsuit, don't remove the videos, which is what Cardi B said. If you just remove the videos, we'll drop the suit. But you have to both remove them.
Yes. Cardi B gave her an opportunity. Just take down a video. We square. She refused. She continued to talk ish. Then Cardi served her with a cease and desist. And Tasha K was on live saying, I wipe my ass with cease and desist. Right? Y'all remember that? She had an opportunity. Even when once they got in court. Because Cardi, she wasn't really trying to be effed up. Because originally the lawsuit, before it got to the 3.8 million, it was half of that. Right? And Cardi was like, that's good. And the judge said, she had malicious intent. And the judge doubled it. The judge doubled down. Let me see. I'm going to fast forward this up, okay? What's this? So she has been breaking down, right?
Hold on. Well, first of all, you had not uttered these things because you simply couldn't do it. You couldn't take anybody's man. You couldn't take their husband. You couldn't do any of those. The context here, and this is from the channel, Lakeisha Keisha. Love her channel. I'm going to cite her below as well. She has great videos on this. And on that channel, basically, this is a clip from Tasha K. She was irate. She was upset the other day, and she went on X Spaces where you can do the audio and say your thoughts. Well, Tasha K is taking zero accountability here. What Tasha K is saying is what she's fed up with is having to go back and forth. Cardi B forcing her to go back and forth. And that Cardi B has announced that Cardi B was going to bankrupt her, going to bankrupt and take money from her kids, et cetera, et cetera. But the context is that Tasha K would continue to talk about Cardi B throughout this. This lawsuit spanned from 2018 or 2017 all the way until now. Okay, the verdict came in 2020.
It's a long time. 9 years? Child, I would have been paid her off. I would have been started a GoFundMe from the very beginning.
And everything will be transferred over so this chain will be broken. Then when the NDA is up, then what? I'm still not going to talk about it. Even when that
that's the lie. That's the lie. I want to know in the chat, who thinks when the NDA is up? So the NDA will be up when she's done with her bankruptcy payments. Because when she cannot get out of bankruptcy until the payments have all been made. Who thinks...
Okay, so although she filed for bankruptcy, she can't get out until this debt is paid to Cardi. Cardi got her by the cojones, y'all. Cardi got her by the cojones. So, not Olga. That's the name of the attorney. Olga did fail her. You should never skimp when it comes to legalities, y'all. I think it would have just...
It's going to be paid. So remember that victory lap that we talked about at the beginning where she was like, 1.2 million? No. It didn't diminish the debt to 1.2. What it did was it created a payment plan where it created basically a base payment that she's going to make every year for 5 years. Plus, she has to pay a percentage of her income, which incentivizes her to increase her income. So every year that she makes more, she has to pay Cardi B more. This is not a surprise to her. Actually, this is the affidavit that, let's see, which one is it? This is an affidavit that Tasha K drafted and signed. Hold on. This is her signature, so I can show it to you. Tasha K drafted and signed it. We're here. She is admitting. She says Attached as Exhibit B to the third plan, that's the bankruptcy plan, are my projections for income and expenses over the next 5 years. The projections are determined by using my projected net income, supplemented with, as agreed by Cardi B, the Yellen contribution. So that's money that her husband's company is going to contribute to Cardi B, and for providing for increases each year in both income and expenses. In other words, she agreed to a 5-year plan. Each year, the plan is going to renew and increase based on her increase in earnings. Oh, and if her earnings...
Boom! Y'all heard it? So she's definitely aware. She out here saying, oh, she keep dragging me back and forth to court, but you keep taunting and playing with her. You broke all of that. You announced on the internet that the Super Bowl was going to be a big surprise. You had a big surprise, and then you roll out all these pictures of Pre with her little special VIP pass and the fact that she was in the stands and things like that. But you'll do your passive-aggressive thing and say, I didn't say her name. I don't talk about her. Well, in that screaming match, everybody know who you talking about. Everybody know who you talking about. And you keep messing with her when she got the power. So it's no surprise that Tasha was dragged into court. That's what she agreed to. But she wants to deflect and distract because she doesn't want to show all her earnings and how much she made. Because guess what Cardi could do? This is how much power Cardi got over her situation. She could either up those payments or demand her payment in full. And when somebody got you like that, I wouldn't go anywhere near any story, anything connected to them on some real until that debt is paid. Hey, Bejeweled. Hey, Bejeweled. Child, and it's out here. She's announcing like all her comedy tours, selling tickets for her birthday brunches and everything. All of this is public knowledge. Cardi could take that to her lawyers, and she can afford forensic what do you call them? Damn, I can't think of it. My little nephew, he in school for it. Forensic accountants. Hello, everybody. Y'all keep liking the video, okay? So, Simone, she's going to break it down, and then we're going to... I just want my Knotty crew to know the truth. Tasha knew this was a possibility. She knew she could be called in every year to have her finances examined. So, all this talk about, oh, she got me... my freedom of speech is suppressed and all that. Child, please. That's all to garner attention so that people can go over and donate to the GoFundMe. So I posed a question to my Knotty crew. Do you think it's fair that her winos pay for her bill? Here's my thing. Do what you got to do to move on from this situation. And if people are willing to donate, why not? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to hate on that. I'm not going to hate on that. But I think people need to know the facts behind it. Bye, Bejeweled. I think people need to know the facts behind it. Tasha knew this was a possibility. She signed an agreement. She knew this can happen. It's not Cardi dragging her back and forth to court. That's what Tasha agreed upon.
Go down, it doesn't matter. She still has to stick with the plan, and the plan is going to determine how much to be paid. What are those numbers? Well, I'm about to show you those numbers. Let's see those numbers. This is all what she agreed to. So I need you to keep in mind the fact that she's now claiming that Cardi B has wronged her and is doing these things that are unfair and unjust after it was just fine last year when she was taking a victory rap, calling it a success. Here we go. This is the bankruptcy plan. The bankruptcy plan that Tasha K just referenced and agreed to. So this plan, okay, it projected based on documents Tasha K gave that her revenue in a given year would be $400,000. The next year it would go up about 5% to these different numbers. And then based on that would be her payment plan. Her payment plan for the last year was $14,000 per month and or $15,000. Hold on. So y'all, here is the payment plan she agreed to. So this is year one. I'm going to just go to the prior page so you can see. Okay, monthly number of payments. Let's see, I'll pull this banner down just so that you can see more easily. All right, so it's each year. Year one, here we are. And those are her debts. Number of payments to Cardi B. Monthly, 14,000 and some change, just about 15,000 in year one, which is going to total 176,000. Year two is going to be 18,500 approximately. So that's that amount. Okay. Now we can't forget, guys, this is the agreement she agreed to. And it says, quote, the payment scheme for this has been modified for the original, but that these payments increase each year. This is just the minimum Cardi B is to receive. She's going to get at least this amount on a quarterly basis and has been. She has been receiving that from Cardi B. Now, you might remember this clip. Let's go ahead and play. Y'all remember this clip that she just posted, talking about how well she's doing?
So that 20 doesn't affect you at all?
No, it does not.
This is her
Does it affect
talking
me?
about paying. Let's try.
Hey D Smith, what's going on? You was on the app or whatever. I got her app or whatever. And okay, yeah. Like I said, I ain't hating. Like, get your bill paid off. But this is my thing. Don't create a false narrative saying like Cardi dragging you back and forth to court and you know you agreed upon. Let people know upfront what is going on and what you agreed upon. Oh, I know why she don't like Tasha, because Tasha has like basically disparaged her on her platform. I've seen it. I watched it. So she happy to stick it to her. She happy to stick it to her. But this is my only gripe is don't lie to people. Just tell them what's going on. Like, look, I signed this agreement and I just really want to be free of it. And I'm asking y'all for help. You know what I'm saying? But don't make it seem like Cardi just dragging you back and forth to court and you a martyr. We see you playing in Cardi face. She is. I love you too. I love you too. She is. That whole Stefan Pre roll out, the baby mothers at the Super Bowl.
Beginning, $20K a month to Cardi B, which based on the numbers I just gave you, is correct.
As much as we can. I know you can't do much talking about
I'm on an India. I'm trying to keep my payments low, bro. Like,
so how
20K a month, bro.
I was going to say, how do those payments look?
20K a month. That's just what it is.
So you're basically working
No, I'm
double.
not basically working double nothing.
Nothing? You're just doing regular stuff?
That's bottom line. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not working to pay this. Baby, do I look like I'm struggling? I got a whole team of entourage that roll with me.
So that 20...
Not the woman that said, I ain't got it. Tasha getting money. She making more money probably than most of us. She is getting money. And plus, it seems that she has her house up for sale or whatever. That's unfortunate. But as long as she owes this debt, like, I think it's going to be a deficit. Damn. It was free to take down a video, y'all. I would have just took that shit down. Fuck pride, all that shit. I would have just took that shit the fuck down.
He's partly my CFO. Does it affect me?
You ain't had to fix your chair when he said no, man.
That's a good point. She hates to appear defeated. I think it's pride. Okay.
It's because her payment plan is now set to increase. It's set to increase April 1st because she entered into this bankruptcy plan and agreed every year it would increase. And it's going to be a big increase. Here's why. Here's why. This is the part that Tasha don't like. Here we are. Hold on. Here's why. We're adding it to the screen here. It's pulling up now. This is the problem. So remember, Tasha K forecasted she was only going to have revenue of about $410,000. So this is not revenue minus expenses. They based her payment plan off documents that she provided to Cardi B showing her anticipated revenue. No one else's but hers. Well, here we go. So this is the projected revenue for the first year would be $410,000, right? We're just talking revenue because this is the basis that they're making the calculation on. Well, then
they don't want you to know about it.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout?
These are the actual numbers. Here we are. The actual numbers show that at the end of this year, she actually made $581,797.46 versus 410. So that's 42% more. She made 42% more money than she projected. That makes me think the projections were bull. The projections were just projections she created to get into a payment plan with the understanding each year it would be increasing. But what happened is every single quarter, Tasha K's lawyer, per their agreement, has to provide to Cardi B a copy of her bank statement from her bank accounts, as well as a summary financial statement. That's where I clipped these documents. So the issue is that the math ain't mathing. They're trying to figure out how is it that you made $581,000, but your expenses are this crazy amount where you don't have anything to show for it, basically. So what happened is Cardi B filed documents. She filed something that's called, it's like a subpoena. Basically, she's asking for a subpoena for records from Tasha K, not a deposition. So when Tasha K said in her rant, I'm tired of going back and forth. They're not asking Tasha K to come to court. They're asking Tasha K's lawyers to provide these documents that are going to explain how it is that she made 42% more money, although she was only paying $15,000 a month, and has nothing to show for it. In addition, they need this information to calculate what the increase will be for next year. Remember, the payment plan, the $1.2 million over 5 years, that's just the minimum. Think of it as like a base plus commission. That's the base. So the truth is that what Cardi B is trying to do is figure out where did all this money go and why aren't the financial records that she has submitted quarterly, each and every quarter, to Cardi B's lawyers, why ain't the mathing? This isn't a witch hunt. You agreed every year to submit your finances, not every year, but quarterly, to give Cardi B your finances. Why the hell would you do that? You know you hate that lady.
Okay. So there y'all have it. That's from the documents. Tasha agreed to that arrangement. Cardi's not dragging her back and forth to court. That's what Tasha agreed to. Now, if she needs assistance, just say that. Like, I'm having a hard time. But I just think her pride. Oh, I would be leaving here shortly for the remainder of the day. I wish I was leaving. Chill. Enjoy your weekends. I can't take no time off because I have my trip. And I'm excited to go to Thailand. So I just wanted to let my Knotty crew know. Shout out to girl, Is That Legal? And shout out, her name is Simone Redwine. I appreciate her breaking it down or whatever. Tasha K gotta learn to humble herself and swallow her pride and just it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I just wanted to let my Knotty crew know, like, it's your choice. It's your money. If you want to donate to that GoFundMe or not. I'm not going to knock anybody that wants to support or whatever. But I just really feel like you should have the facts before you contribute to somebody that probably makes triple your income. Triple. Tasha K got TKDeals.com. She garnering money from that. She got the app. She garnering money from subscriptions on that. Okay? Then she still got YouTube, Google, AdSense. And let's not forget, like, her meetups, her comedy tours. I don't know what that means, Freedom. Oh, child, I talked about that earlier. Jaguar wrong coming up with a GoFundMe. Don't y'all find it a coincidence that she starts it around the same time Tasha did? She trolling. She trolling. All right, guys, let's get into this Jarvis Butts sentencing. I don't know. I know some of my new subscribers, they may not be aware of this case, but when I heard the story, it broke my heart for this little girl. And so I jumped on and started covering it. I didn't cover it for clicks and views and things like that. It's just that so many of our little black girls are not protected, and they should be, you know. And I just think this young lady she just want to be loved. She was abandoned by her mama and her daddy. Neziah Harris, I'm talking about. Rest in peace. Or whatever. She was born to a DRUG addicted mom. Hold on, y'all. This is my daughter. Hold on, y'all. I'm a call you. 1 second. I'm gonna call you. One second. Hello? Hey, Cece, what's up? I'm on live. When's Oprah's birthday? September 6th. Hold on 1 second. September 6th, 1971. All right. You need anything else? Because I'm on live. No. All right. Bye. She down there handling some business. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't have a countdown because I'm not in StreamYard, Breathe More Shorty. I'm direct live. All right, so anyway, back to Neziah Harris. Her mom, lady, she was born, lady was addicted to DRUGS's, ultimately gave up custody of both of her children because Neziah has a brother, to her mom, Annette, the grandmother. Lady had been through some trauma, and that's why she was on DRUGS's. And basically, Neziah's father was a trick, right? And he was married. So he never wanted to take accountability for Neziah or whatever. So Annette ends up with custody of the kids. Why? She gets a check from them, right? So they won't end up in the system and stuff like that. Now, Annette, she had quite a few kids or whatever. And she had 2 twin, big back, ugly ass daughters. Okay? Shannon and Marquita or whatever. They started messing with Jarvis Butts. He first was messing with Marquita. Then he turned around and messed with Shannon. Shannon proceeds to have 5 children by Jarvis Butts. But here's Jarvis Butts' background. It said that he was violated when he was a child, and he started violating children. He ended up getting convicted and charged, and he went to prison for a very long time, for like 10 years or whatever. And let me tell you, Shannon, she's so ugly, child. She was just happy to have a light-skinned man. Y'all know how that go. My man, or whatever. But Jarvis was running around basically producing children and essaying them. Yep, essaying them. So Naziah went missing one day. She didn't come home from school. Everything is suspect. The way the grandmother moved. Annette didn't report her missing until the next day. Okay? But it came out. Even Shannon said that Naziah was not protected. They knew that man was violating that little girl. Not only was he violating her, he tried her cousin. So Jarvis was a mechanic, and he would have all the kids come to the shop to clean up. And guess what he was doing at the shop? So when Naziah didn't turn up and this and that, they arrested Jarvis Butts, right? And they had the pretrial hearing that went viral. Annette and Shannon got on the stand and lied for that man. I believe Jarvis was sleeping with all of them. I believe he was sleeping with the mama, the twins, everything. Shannon got up there and defended them. There was nobody concerned about Naziah. They were concerned about covering their asses. Text messages came out of Naziah texting him, talking about she have to get rid of this baby, begging him to bring her pads. Nobody was protecting her. And that's why this story touched me, all right? So ultimately, in the preliminary hearing, Jarvis Butts didn't know he was going to be charged with red rum, but they charged him with red rum. And then other victims started coming out in the result of that. And Naziah's cousin had the courage enough to testify to what she witnessed and how Jarvis tried to get her to basically, because Jarvis had Naziah recruiting girls to sleep with him. So she was trying to bring her cousin in. Well, ultimately, fast forward, and that's just a brief synopsis. You just need to go check out my Black Girl Law series on this whole case. I break it down. I give you all the deets and everything or whatever. Ultimately, sentencing day was yesterday. So let's get into it because it was a hot fucking mess. It was a hot chill. So Naziah's grandmother, Annette, because you know how they allow people to give impact statements? Yeah. She testified, and then her other daughter, Marquita, testified, and then Jarvis Butts' sister, who I will honor. I feel bad for her because she was harassed, but if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't have known what happened to Naziah. And she had the courage enough to say, hey, I saw this little girl at my brother's shop roaming around. That's how they came to the conclusion that he had did something to her. Okay. Which one I want to go with first? So let's get into the testimony
first. A
first.
lot of credit card debt can be thankful for this. There's something that allows
I love that. I love that he will never be able to get out. Yeah, okay. So up first, we have Annette giving an impact statement. And this bitch pissed me off. Pissed me off. She made this shit all about her. And now, because if you go and y'all look it up, the preliminary hearing is on YouTube. You can see how this bitch lied. Her and her daughter. Heavenly Father, Please calm my spirit. Trigger warning. Look at this bitch. Women in.
Good afternoon. So, I just wanted to explain a few things to you. That red illuminated device in front of you, yes, that's a microphone. It's also a recording device. And I see that you have a...
And I just want to say, shout out to all the content creators that covered this story. Because if it wasn't for us, it wouldn't have made national news. Because you know, the news in America don't like covering stories for Black girls. So shout out to all the content creators. I'm talking like 2D Uncensored. I know Shank Rock was covering it. And Miss Parker. And all those content creators to help the story go viral. I talked about it for a passion project. It does something to me when I hear that little girls are being taken advantage of when there's a bunch of adults around them that should be protecting them. The shit's fucked up. Yes.
Copy of the statement? Okay. So when you are done, if you could just provide a copy of that, perhaps to the prosecutor's office, so we can make a copy of that, okay? And then you can sit or stand, however you would like to do it. Just make sure that you're keeping your voice nice and loud and clear for us. If you can just first state and spell your name.
Excuse me. Annette Harris, ANNETTEHARRIS.
Thank you, ma'am. And there are Kleenex there if needed, and whenever you're ready.
Let's go.
To the honorable judge.
This is an Oscar-winning performance, I'm telling you.
In the Wayne County Circuit Court. Good morning. I would like to thank the court for giving me the opportunity to speak as I stand here before you to address the concerns that me and my family have. It has been 2 years and 2 months since I reported this missing. I want you to know that my life will never be the same.
And it shouldn't.
My family's life will never be the same. Without Messiah. And every day that I wake up with her, I wake up feeling depressed.
You should.
It's another day without her.
That's what you get. You deserve all of that.
I love her. I miss her, dear.
No, the fuck you don't, because you wouldn't allow that fucking predator around her. Everybody knew about Jarvis. Everybody. Shannon admitted it, bitch. You spoon-fed your grandbaby over to that predator, bitch. You ain't report her missing until the next day. Let me tell you something. My kids used to come through the door at the same time every day. Every day. 1 minute off, where you at? If time go by, I'm out in the street. ASAP. Bitch, you wait till the next day. Because you knew where the fuck she was. You was trying to cover your goddamn tracks, bitch. You should be depressed. You should be choking on your phlegm every night. Hope that wig strangle her ass, fucking nappy ass wig, synthetic bullshit.
I can't tell her that because her life was...
You ain't cry for Naziah when she was walking around at 13 with a pregnant belly. Don't tell me you ain't fucking see that shit. Don't tell me you ain't know she was missing her goddamn period. This motherfucker raped his own daughter. Gave his 4-year-old the clap. fuck out of here.
My husband thinks I have a shopping problem, but I actually have a savings.
She was never concerned about Naziah getting found or getting justice, because she wouldn't have tried to cover for that predator in the preliminary fucking trials. She got up there and fucking lied through her goddamn teeth. And video footage came out. She talking about, oh, he don't never be in the house. Video fucking footage came out. Oh, Jarvis, you part of the family, bitch. You a burger, bitch. Sorry, y'all. My mouth foul. Y'all donate to the channel. 122. Y'all donate. Because y'all, I already know I'm going to get demonetized. Like, because this shit right here, I don't like this. Like, I'm glad I don't live in Detroit, y'all.
I can't tell her that because I was taken from her. Words cannot express just how much me and my family really miss and love Desire. This has impacted my life and my family's life. There are days when I can't, when I don't want to get out of bed.
You shouldn't. Bitch, you need to be in the ground. And this plea deal is bull swinky. She allowed this bullshit. Where's Naziah's body? Where's her fucking body? Why can't she have a proper burial? She made this shit all about her. You know that. Thank you, CC, for the donation. Thank you. I'm sorry. She made it all about her. I can't sleep. I'm depressed. How you think Naziah felt? Being taken advantage by a grown man.
I don't want to talk to anybody. To anyone, just get out of bed.
Sorry.
The basic everyday things that I miss, I'm sorry. I don't want to get out of bed. I wake up feeling depressed. I don't want to talk to anyone. Just getting out of bed. To do the basic everyday things that I need to get done. This has affected my health. I am seeing more than one doctor about my health, including seeing the therapist. I don't feel safe in my home.
You shouldn't.
My address and my phone number has been put on social media. People have been driving by, taking pictures of my home. I have been threatened. My family have been threatened.
Yup.
Pictures taken of me and my family following me in my car. Pictures posted. Setting up GoFundMe raises in Naziah's name without my permission. And this has also affected me financially.
Bitch. Y'all heard her? It has affected her financially. Everything about her. Only thing she mad about the GoFundMe is that she didn't start it and get the money. Because that's all Naziah was to her. Instead of her being a loving grandmother to protect her, Naziah and her brother were just a check. Even her brother ran away from that situation. Those kids was up in there getting violated.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Take your time now.
Anybody else wants to leave? There is a courtroom, 206 down the hall. You can observe this proceeding.
You can go with that.
And I don't go home to my home.
Let's step up. Too late. Let's go, man. You're ready. Let's go. Let's go. Please remain quiet. Quiet the court. Shut the fuck up. Let's go.
But an additional reminder, if you're going to have difficulty controlling yourself, now would be a good time to leave.
Sir, I usually just have people.
Right.
Get your hair all the way up, just like that. Grab a hair tie and tie this right at the top. Raise this up, tie one more time.
That's when all the commotion started, when the cousin was going off. I would have went off too on some real, because she did not do all she could do to protect Naziah. Also, this plea deal would not even be possible if Annette didn't agree to it. What about demanding her body? You know what? I think Annette agreed to this plea deal because she don't want all their dirty laundry to really come out. Because, I mean, it's really a lot out there. You could just Google the situation. There's Facebook groups on the situation and everything, and all the details that spilled out about the situation. Her past, her being abused, and things like that. All of it came out. All of it came out. And why would Annette and Shannon need immunity? Why don't they care that her body is found? Why are they just settling?
I'm sorry, were you through, ma'am?
No, Judge, I'm going to finish reading the written statement for you.
Very good. I'll return to your seat, ma'am. Mr. Makepeace, you come up or get situated, and then you can just... Yes.
So they about to read her full statement. I don't think we really need to hear that. Up next, hey, Hip Hop and Chill. Up next, her daughter, one of the twins, Marquita. She's about to speak. Right, a plea deal with nobody. That don't make no sense to me. Even though the judge stuck it to him, he won't see the light of day. Like, this baby deserves... Her life is worth way more than this, y'all. Her life is worth way more than this. Annette, y'all need to move.
Whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Judge. I'm going to go where I remember her stopping. Posting pictures, setting up GoFundMe fundraisers in Naziah's name without my permission. This has also affected me financially, and people doing podcast shows, emailing me, people that I don't know coming to my home, knocking on my door constantly. This is really hard and has been very painful for me, and I pray to God that no one and no other family will ever have to endure what me and my family have endured. This deserves attention and ongoing awareness to other families and people so that this does not happen to anyone and other families like this has happened to me and my family. And that would be the conclusion of the statement.
Both your daughters was with this man. One has 5 kids with him. He tried to SA Marquita's daughter. Her child was removed. She is with her father, Depot. He had to put her in therapy and everything. Now, she was smart enough, and that shows me that he is in her life, because when Jarvis tried to get her to participate with him and Naziah, she was like, no, I'm going home. She knew better. That's the importance of men being in their little girls' lives, so that they can't be taken advantage of by monsters like this. And she got out of there, and she was brave enough to testify on her cousin's behalf. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Annette, Shannon, Marquita, they all knew what this man was capable of, and they allowed him access to all of these babies. And out of Shannon's mouth, she said, no, she was not protected. When they asked her if she knew about Jarvis' record, she said yes. And she said, I think everybody deserves second chances. All the baby mamas. They said he has upward of 30 children. In a preliminary hearing, the judge said, you are the ultimate predator. You essentially reproduce with women so that you can grape and SA on your own children. That's a whole nother level of sick when you could do it to your own. What about Naziah's pain? Exactly, Cece.
Annette Harris that was provided to my office and that she was reading on the stand.
Thank you. All right. Is there any additional complainant that will be addressing the court on file ending in 218?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we have that person go next?
It's Shannon Harris.
Sorry, Ms. Harris in photo?
Marquita Harris.
Oh, so Shannon was going to testify. She didn't, because she knew him wrong.
So again, ma'am, you can make your way right up here.
What? Female guards. Well, you know Jarvis think he a pimp. Dirty peen. They stupid. You know how much of the clap he spread amongst his children and his victims? That's nasty work if they get with him.
Seat or you can stand, however you're most comfortable. Again, that red illuminating device, it's a microphone and a recording device. Just try to direct your voice into that. And to the state, spell your name, please.
My name is Marquita Harris, M-A-R-K-E-T-T-A. Last name, Harris, H-A-R-R-I-S.
Thank you. And ma'am, you also have a prepared statement?
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind just providing a copy to the prosecutor's office for the court file following the hearing today, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, Zarek. What the heck?
If you
It's a commercial.
still have a mortgage and your life insurance only pays out when you die, you need to hear what almost
I'm getting you. Happy Friday.
It has been 2 years, 2 months, 3 days since we heard, seen, or even physically touched Naziah. This has tremendously affected my family and I, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Since this case started, we have been physically assaulted in public, cyberbullied, harassed, stalked, and so much more.
Y'all lucky that's all y'all got, because I think all of y'all need to be in prison right along with this predator. I think every last one of y'all needs to be in prison. Y'all lucky that's all that's happening. The way y'all neglected this little girl. Mind you, all their children have been removed from their care. Thank God, CPS is doing their job. Finally. Because Nazia's cousin, Kiwana, and I forget the other cousin name, slipping my mind, Kiwana and Janelle. They reported everything to CPS. They ain't do nothing about it. They sent the kids back.
I became homeless, lost several jobs in the past 2 years.
Great job.
My life, my family life, will never be the same again.
Great.
You have taken something so precious from us, and we'll never get back. Every morning, every day, every month, and every day, I have to remind myself that my niece, Nazia, isn't coming back. Our life will never be the same again. Justice is deserved. You're still able to live. You're still able to get health care. You're still able to breathe without any remorse. You are a habitual serial predator. You have taken my kid's favorite cousin. You have taken my first daughter before I had my own. I hate you. I was nothing but the worst for you. I despise you.
Mind you, Jarvis was sleeping with her first before he moved on to the sister and the mama. Sounds like a trafficking ring to me.
My children were removed from my care temporarily because of you. My children's behavior has changed because of you. You have gave the world a whole story to talk about, but today we're here to tell you how this made us feel. Justice will never be served. Going back to the house where Nazia lived doesn't feel the same anymore. I don't sleep at all anymore.
Good.
I recommend that the court give him the electric chair if that's what Michigan, if we have it. A life for a life. We will never know her last words. We will never know if she suffered in pain. I can't really say or express how I really feel to this whole tragic situation. Since January 9th, 2024 will be the day I'll never forget, the day that I got the call that she never came back home. I never live with myself. I'll never be able to hear her voice. I'll never be able to physically touch her. I'll never be able to see her smile. I'll never be able to get to hold her again. I'll never be able to get to listen to her, see her smile. I'll never get to see her tell me stories of what her day went on about school. I'll never get to have that chance ever again because of you. Hurts.
All right, y'all. So that's Marquita. I call Bull Swinky. Let me see what y'all saying. Yes, get these likes up. CC says stalking is nothing compared to what she suffered. Exactly. And I think they all knew she was pregnant. Like, how could you not? She was a very petite little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, James said, I think more would have came out if they was to take it to trial. Absolutely. That's why I think they took the plea deal, because they didn't want no more of their business out there, because they going through so much, as they should. Like, y'all left that baby unprotected. Y'all left that baby unprotected. Y'all knew what and who Jarvis was, and y'all was allowing them kids to go over to the shop and clean up. Like, Yo, people need to protect their kids. Now, the last testimony is from Jarvis Butts' sister, who I give all praises to, because if it wasn't for her, the police wouldn't have been able to get some type of pathway of what happened to Naziah. But she was also bullying and harassed. How you want to bully and harass her? She did more than Naziah's immediate family did. She went to police on her own to report that she seen her at her brother's shop.
Okay, Mr. Makepeace, Mr. Lee.
Look at this pathetic piece of shit. Look at that pathetic piece of shit.
Judge, I believe next would be Miss Tiwana Butts.
And which file number? 218.
218.
This is his biological sister that's about to give her a message. You know what pissed me off? They don't let this motherfucker hide behind masks. This whole process. Like, take that shit the fuck off.
Come right around here, ma'am. Good afternoon. So you can have a seat or you can stand, however you're most comfortable. Just state and spell your name first, please.
Okay. My name is Tiwana Butts. First name Tijuana. Last name Butts.
Do you have a prepared statement?
I do not.
That's fine. Okay. Thank you. Whenever you're ready.
I don't have a prepared statement because I had no plans to come here today. I've been battling with myself on what is the right thing to do, what is the wrong thing to do. I'm here today for Naziah and for my nieces and the other victims that my brother has harmed. Got up this morning with every intention on going to work. Because for the last 2 years, I have to go back to that day that I saw a little girl that I did not know, that I had never seen. And I wish that it was a sign that she was okay, and I believe that she was someone else's niece. And I had no reason not to believe what my brother said to me. That day will forever haunt me. Because I go back to like, why was I there? Why didn't I know? Why was there no sign? However, I'm a firm believer in God. And I do believe that sometimes we are put in places that we don't want to be in, even if we don't know why. And I feel like I was put there that day to be a voice for Naziah.
Amen.
And for every other child that my brother has harmed.
It's a lot of them, y'all.
I believe that Naziah's story brought a lot of the other victims out to the forefront. And sitting in the courtroom today, there are many Naziahs and many other victims that are unfortunately being harmed right now at this moment. And people are turning a blind eye to it. People are not paying attention as a community and protecting our children from monsters, from the very people who are supposed to love them and protect them. I don't know why my brother has turned into the person that is in this courtroom today. This is not who I remember as a child. I remember the little boy that used to follow me everywhere, that always wanted to protect me, even though I'm older than him. My brother knows that I've been a victim of sexual assault. My brother knows that I've been molested at a very young age. And he knows the pain that it caused. I can't understand why he would want to cause that to an innocent child. Not just Messiah, but to his own children that have his face. I hope that every victim and my niece and nephew can heal.
This is which one?
Oh my God, that bitch popped up. Clarissa Shields. All right, so that is the impact statements. Let's get into the actual sentencing, okay? Because he cooked them, and I'm glad he smoked them. I really think crimes like this deserve the DEATH penalty, right? Right or wrong? Let me know. Castration, something. You should never be able to use it again.
Well, again, Mr. Butts is here today to be sentenced for 6 different cases today. Mr. Butts entered guilty pleas on all 6 of his cases, and there's sentence agreements negotiated on each one of the 6 files. Of course, it goes without saying that the offenses that Mr. Butts is here to be sentenced on are of the most serious nature. Mr. Butts has a criminal history dating back to 1997. He spent time in Michigan Department of Corrections previously for a criminal sexual conduct conviction following a plea he entered in 2005. Noteworthy that he was paroled sometime in 2012 and almost immediately returned to his criminal behaviors upon being paroled. And Mr. Butts, I hope that you have truly listened to all of the people who spoke here in open court and the impact that your inexcusable and horrendous behaviors have had on the lives of so many people. Mr. Butts, you're going to have many years to sit and dwell on your horrible actions. And it's often noted that justice is blind, but eventually, Mr. Butts, justice sees everything. As noted by both sides, these 6 cases are very complex with a lot of moving parts, and I know that the prosecutor's office and the defense team spend a lot of hours working on resolutions to these 6 matters, and I wanted to thank them for their efforts. I'm also hopeful that although the court could never make the victims of any of these crimes truly whole again, hopeful that the lengthy prison sentence being imposed today is going to bring about some needed closure for all of the victims and their families so that they can begin the healing process. So I'll go case by case, Mr. Butts. I'm going to start with file 25000-21801FH. Mr. Butts, for the offense of homicide, murder in the 2nd degree of Messiah Harris, the court is going to sentence you consistent with the sentence agreement 35 to 60 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. You do not have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with Annette Harris or any family members of Messiah Harris. It's either directly through yourself or through any other third party that includes all forms of social media as well. You're not to be within 500 feet of the residence, school, or place of employment. I have to assess $130 for the crime victim's assessment on that file, and I have to assess $68 state costs on that file as well. As a term and condition of that sentence agreement, and also to make a truthful statement regarding the location of the body of Messiah Harris. With regard to court costs and attorney's fees, I'll address that at the end once I've completed all of the files. Moving next into file 24002-23601FH. Mr. Butts, for the offense of criminal sexual conduct in the 2nd degree, person under 13, defendant 17 or older, the court is going to sentence you consistent with the sentence agreement to 10 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. You are going to be required to complete sexual abuse prevention programming or other treatment when you're referred by your agent. You are going to be required to to register under the Michigan Sex Offenders Registration Act and comply with all requirements of that act. You must provide a completed copy of the Michigan Sex Offenders Registration form to your field agent on your first in-person report following vacating your residence. Any address change, address verification, or change in your status with an institution of higher education. At each address change or verification period, you must present your Michigan driver's license or operator's license or personal identification card to the field agent at your first in-person contact. On that file, you're not to have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with Michaela, M-I-K-A-Y-L-A, Jackson, or any of her family members, either directly or through any other third party, again, including all forms of social media, not to be within 500 feet of their residence, school, or place of employment. Again, required to assess $130 of the crime victim's rights assessment and the $68 state cost. It's also required that there's lifetime electronic monitoring pursuant to MCL 750520. And again, I'll address court costs and attorney's fees at the end. Moving now to file number 24006232201FC. Mr. Butts, for the offense of criminal sexual conduct in the second degree, person under 13, defendant 17 or older, the court will sentence you to 10 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. Again, you're going to be required to complete sexual abuse prevention programming or other treatment when you're referred by your field agent. You're going to be required to register under the Michigan Sex Offenders Registration Act and comply with all the requirements of the act. Provide a copy of the Michigan Sex Offenders Registration form to your field agent on your first in-person report following vacating your residence. Any address change, address verification, or change in your status with an institution of higher education. At each address change verification period, you must present your driver's license or state identification card to the agent of your first in-person. Again, you're not to have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with Burrus, Bryant, or her family members. It's either directly through yourself or through any third party. You're not to be within 500 feet of the residence, school, or place of employment. Again, I'm assessing $130 for the crime victim's assessment and $68 for the state cost. Again, he's going to have to comply with lifetime electronic monitoring pursuant to MCL 750520. All right, moving to file 250002411FH. Again, for the offense of criminal sexual conduct, second degree, person under 13, defendant 17 or older. Court is going to sentence you consistent with the sentence agreement to 10 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. Again, you can complete sexual abuse prevention programming or other treatment when you're referred by your agent. Again, you're required to register under the Michigan Sex Offenders Registration Act and comply with all requirements of the Act, which have been stated here previously on the record. You're not to have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with AHLECHE, Dinwiddie, DINWIDDIE, or her family members, either directly through yourself or through any other third party. Not to be within 500 feet of the residence, school, or place of employment. Again, assessing $130 for the crime victim's assessment, $68 for the state cost. Again, there's mandatory lifetime electronic monitoring pursuant to 750-520N. Moving into file 25004478001FH for the offense of criminal sexual conduct in the third degree, person 13 through 15. The court is going to sentence you consistent with the sentence agreement 10 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. Again, you're to comply or complete, sexual abuse prevention programming or other treatment when you're referred by your field agent. Again, you'll be required to register as under the Michigan Sex Offenders Registration Act. Terms and conditions have been noted on the record previously. You're not to have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with Jaylen, J-A-Y-E-L-Y-N-N White, common spelling, or her family, either directly or through any other third party. Again, you're not to be within 500 feet of their residence, school, or place of employment.
Mind you, these are his children. These are his children that he violated. Like, it's crazy.
And assessing $130 for the crime victim's assessment and $68 for the state costs. Additionally, you're to submit to HIV testing, complete counseling associated with.
That's what I heard. He has to test regularly because he already transmitted the clap. So who knows what else he has dormant in his system. So he has to get tested for housing in the Virginia. Like, he could have messed these little babies up forever, yo. He deserves life. Didn't nobody catch that? Mm-hmm.
You waive confidentiality and allow test results and medical information obtained from that test.
So he waives. He has to get tested regularly. He waives confidentiality of any other because they have to notify anybody that he has contact with if he comes up positive.
Released to the court. And lastly, with regard to file 25006461001FC for the offense of criminal sexual conduct in the second degree, person under 13, defendant 17 or older, again, consistent with the sentence agreement, the court will sentence you to 10 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. Again, your complete sexual abuse prevention programming or other treatment when you're referred by your agent. Again, you're going to be required to register under the Michigan Sex Offenders Registration Act, comply with all requirements of the act, which is stated previously on the record. You are not to have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with Janiyah, J-A-N-I-Y-A-H, Butts, or her family, either directly or through a third party, and not to be within 500 feet of the residence, school, or place of employment. Crime victims assessment, I'm going to assess the amount of $130, and state costs in the amount of $68. Again, lifetime electronic monitoring pursuant to MCL 750-520M. So defense has requested waiver of fees regarding court costs and attorney's fees. Do people have a position?
No position, leave it in the court's discretion.
All right, considering the lengthy prison sentence that the court is going to impose and the possibility of restitution being an issue, the court will waive court costs and attorney's fees, considering Mr. Butts is going to be spending foreseeable future in the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, jail credit. Let's talk about jail credit. All right. Jail credit on file ending file 24223601. Mr. Butts will receive jail credit at 707 days. Jail credit on docket 24623201 will receive jail credit at 531 days. Docket number 25021801 will receive jail credit at 531 days. Docket 25000241101 will receive jail credit of 531 days. Docket 254478 will receive jail credit of 255 days. And lastly, docket 256466101 will receive jail credit of 167 days to his respective Michigan Department of Corrections sentences, noting that the terms and conditions of this agreement are that all of those sentences are to run concurrently. All right.
That's what I wanted to hear. Concurrent. I always forget the difference. That's what I wanted to know. Whether he did it concurrent or consecutively. I think concurrent is when they all... Yeah, I don't like that. It's occurring and operating or existing at the same time. So does that mean he could get parole one day? Like, he still got the opportunity to be released. Are you kidding me? And we don't got nobody? That's some bull swanky. So he only got 35 to 60 years. I hope he choke on a bone. I hope the inmates put glass in his food. I hope he slip and fall on a shank. Am I being mean? That's too bad. That's harsh. So why everybody running around saying he got sentenced to 100 and something years? All those sentences are running concurrent. And we still don't have nobody. That is crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Poor Nazaya. Rest in peace, Nazaya. She was such a beautiful little girl. This shit makes me mad. That shit make me sad. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to gather my emotions because it just... I think I'm going to end the show here. Fuck Clarissa, Coleslaw, crash out. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hey, Juice. Hey. Sorry, Juice. It just upsets me. Like, it just upsets me. I don't even want to cover nothing else right now. Just know 50 Cent, he is still trolling Pompoose. Clarissa Shield is still copying Remy Ma. And we'll resume tomorrow. Like, I feel so sad for this little girl. I really, really do. Like, and I just... Right. He transmitted one of to his daughter. I think she was 4 years old and they found out she had the clap. And I'm trying to keep it light for YouTube. They found out she had the clap because he transmitted it to her. And he was sleeping with a lot of women and he was breeding children so that he can have victims. It's sick and it's demonic. It's sick and it's demonic. And it all could have been prevented. And all he got was 60 years. He really deserves life to me. Like, it just goes to show how America's justice system is injustice. I don't know. Like, that just ruined, like, I don't like it. Annette, I hope you burn in hell. Shannon, I hope you burn in hell. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. Vengeance is not mine. And I'm going to leave it to you to deal with because they already suffering. They already suffering. And why I don't respect them is the fact that they allowed this plea deal to go through without recovering her body. Y'all could have at least negotiated for her body. And that's just supposed to be it. All right, Naughty Crew. I love y'all down to the ground. I'll come live tomorrow at some point and just cover the rest of what's going on. I'm sure something else is going to explode for the weekend. But please, make sure y'all join me, Juice Radio and Talk Show, Kim Delivers, Couture Bay, and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the show that we're going to have. I'm excited about it. I love you all down to the ground. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me and hanging out. Like, this is not justice. And I feel like Detroit did a horrible job. I feel like more people need to be in prison alongside Jarvis. America's justice system is messed up. Like, it definitely is not in favor of our kind. We all know that. Yes, it is going to be good having us all back on the panel. I appreciate you, Locke. I appreciate y'all all joining me. Yeah, we'll catch up. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm sorry. Like, I don't never like to hear that children are being violated or hurt. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. All right? Take care, y'all.